Has to be chosen. Come on.
All right. Welcome
everybody.
Finish? Shut up then. Welcome everybody to the Lunchtime Banter podcast. I am your host Jora, alongside with my co-hosts Kevin, Gurjot, and Preeti. And today we have a very, very special episode for you guys. We have a hip-hop group straight from the UK here called 2U4U. What up, boys?
That's good.
Introduce yourselves.
I'm Arjun.
Runbeat.
Well, tell us a little bit about 2U4U. How did you guys start?
Well, we've been making beats for years. He's 20. How old? He's going to be 30.
Yeah.
He started when he was like 11.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And then from him, watching him do it, I started it as well. I'm 26. I started when I was 13, I think.
Where'd you get your passion for?
You know what? It's probably our dad. He always used to play like Michael Jackson shit growing up. From there, he had like a... What was that basketball CD?
I think it's called Radio Rap.
Radio
It
Rap.
was like a compilation of like songs from the 90s, like Snoop Dogg and all that kind of stuff.
Tribe Called Quest was on it.
So we used to just play that all the time.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
And then my Baba's in the Punjabi music.
So that's where
It's
a lot
like
of your...
Shinda and all that kind of stuff.
So why hip-hop and not Punjabi music?
I don't know. Like, if I listen to, I listen to like sick kind of geek, then that's my stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't really listen to Punjabi music.
No?
No.
Yeah.
But you guys are from the UK. That's like the heart of Punjabi
No,
music.
we live in like a real white ass town called Rugby. There's a lot of like Bamans there. That's about it.
No. So not
Not
the regular influence that we all think from North America.
No.
And no
No.
matter where
But
you are in the
But
UK.
he was, and my other brother who's sitting here, they're really into it.
Yeah, so I've been into
Yeah,
Punjabi
yeah.
music a lot. But rap, I think rap's, I don't know, more fun to make.
But
So-
you did do Punjabi music before.
Yeah, I used to make Punjabi music
Yeah.
before.
We did.
Yeah?
Nice.
Yeah, not for long though.
He was
Okay.
tight with
Probably
True
like,
School.
probably,
innit?
like, probably like a year or two.
You're tight with True School.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, but he had
once-
beef as well.
once
Innit? Was
upon a
get
time.
out.
Now you have beef?
No, it wasn't beef.
He did a little bit.
Is there a little
was-
story
he
behind
did.
that? Is there a story
Huh?
behind that? The beef?
So I had a remember MySpace.
Yeah.
So I used to put beats on there and stuff like with like I don't know, like Bhangra and stuff.
Because we were huge Punjabi MC fans.
Yeah.
Huge.
So
Oh,
like
I remember that
yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
so we used to make like rap songs with like I don't know like Doll or like Doll key behind it, and then I used to put it up on my MySpace page, and I used to put it on like these message boards and stuff. And then one day I got a voicemail from someone who's like, "Hi, it's Sock True School here. Heard your beats.
I remember this shit.
Let's have a call. Like, I want to speak to you." I was like, "Amazing, okay." And then he basically called me.
Was this when he was already big and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the hell?"
When was this after Represent?
Yeah, this was 2000 and no, not 2006, 2008.
Okay.
And he's like, "I heard your beats. They're really cool and stuff." And at the time, I was thinking it's like genuine, and then it was more of a case of basically saying, "Look, I do rap already with Bhangra. Kind of stay away."
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, "What the hell? That's like you can't monopolize Bhangra, right?
Yeah.
What the hell?"
So the call was the intent of that call was
It wasn't friendly.
it was
It was basically
stay off my turf.
Yeah, literally, which is quite embarrassing, really. Like, why would you say it to someone who's like 18 years old at the time,
Yeah.
right?
He's threatened by the beats.
Yeah, he's
The fucking beats must have been
You have to
good.
be threatened to do that.
Yeah, that would have been.
The
that's
beats
like
were
a
good, yeah,
motivator.
of course. The beats were good.
Yeah.
The beats were fire, man. Then I kept doing it anyway. Did a few Bhangra songs, which did okay, like remixes and stuff. But other than that, it was pretty boring.
Any artists that we would know?
There's like a limit to it. No, so I just did like remixes of like Ranjit Kaur songs and
Okay.
shit, Shinda and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, then stopped because it got pretty boring. There's like a shelf life. There's like a limit to what you can do with Bhangra.
Yeah.
Anyway, in my opinion, so we just continue doing rap.
And then transition to the hip hop thing.
Well, no, it was first off always was rap.
Always rap.
It was
okay.
always rap starting off with, like Wu-Tang Clan kind of stuff.
So okay, I'm saying hip hop, you're saying rap. So you're talking more the
Interchangeable,
hardcore.
no,
it's the
same
same
thing,
thing,
just different
yeah.
terms.
Okay.
Rap's just like one.
Because I know
One
hip hop
syllable,
is
right.
now very loose. It's very wide, whereas rap was very very focused.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can go to like what would you call it, like the etymology of rap,
Like gangster
hip-hop.
rap and shit, but it's
but
not.
it's same. We just use the terms interchangeably.
Yeah.
Rap, hip
No,
hop.
it's country rap.
No,
No, it is.
country-
It's weird.
country
It's
rap,
weird stuff.
Country
yeah,
rap,
Lil
trap.
Nas X now, right?
Yeah, trap and all that kind
There's
of
so
stuff.
much now.
Yeah.
Rap, right? So we started off basically doing like that. So I started off playing drums when I was like year 7, like the drum kit, like actually learning it and stuff.
Yeah,
And then my drum teacher gave me some program which I actually still use to this day.
nice.
Yeah. Cakewalk, Sonar.
Oh.
It's like a people use like Mac, like he uses Mac, Logic,
Yeah.
Cubase. They're the kind of known
Yeah.
programs. But my drum teacher was like, you should make your own drum beats at home. So I just spent years learning how to do it. And I still,
Brother,
And you're still
I
doing
still use that same program
Wow.
Nice.
because
What about,
because I'm used to it.
Fruity Loops. You know
Fruity Loops
that?
was another one as well, but I don't really like it.
We really got the demo version of that. 'Cause
Yeah,
we
only-
don't want to pay.
yeah. No,
Still operating, man.
so my version that I'm using now, still to make the beats that we made on
It's
the
the old
on
ass
EP,
version.
it's still the old version, and it's
Yeah.
cracked. I've never paid for a legit program.
Wow.
No, I don't intend to.
So
either.
that so you're on some old ass PC that you're still
Yep.
trying to limp along
yeah,
to make sure it.
I bought a laptop in 2008
For uni.
Wow.
For uni,
for
right?
university, and I've
Yeah.
still got a same laptop.
The fact that a PC laptop is alive after 10 years is
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
unheard of. I heard of another program called Ableton.
Ableton, so that's really good actually, but it's better if you're doing live.
Oh, okay.
It's really good like workflow for live shows and stuff.
Okay.
Even
Yeah.
for, if you're recording a live
If you're
instruments, it's
recording,
very
if you're recording live instruments, it's really good to use.
So not
You can
something.
play live or instruments or
I play drums.
drums. Anything
Yeah.
else?
A bit. I can play like basic like keys just to get by,
Oh, okay.
What about your?
or at least explain what I want other people to play.
Thing is, when I was on one now, I used to make rap, and then I stopped because I got into sick key, right? So I kept my gas. And we were talking about this yesterday. I was one of those kind of extreme guys,
Yeah.
thinking if you're gonna be like this, you stop doing like Ghana music. So I stopped, and then I started to learn like an instrument called esraj, which is like a small like kind of dilruba.
Yeah.
It's like a classical instrument. So I stopped making beats. I just learned that for like 4 or 5 years. But then only recently, when we got into the group, like after a good like 6-7 months after, I started to make beats again.
Yeah.
So how did you guys form this group, and who's in your group?
Well, so our good friend, his name's Martin. He was our younger brother, the one sitting there, his like best mate during like school. He always wanted to rap, but he was never good. But then after, I don't know
Are you
what.
talking about your younger brother or
No,
or
no.
Martin?
He can rap too, but he
Okay.
doesn't want to do it. But our other guy, mate,
The
Martin.
Martin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I don't know what happened. He started to make beats too. Remember, he did a batch. And
Yeah,
then we,
I've never stopped making beats.
Yeah.
Literally since the age of like what, 14.
yeah.
I've never stopped.
Nice.
Just continued doing it,
Yeah.
just
But-
for like one thing.
But he did,
Past the time, right?
but he did a batch of beats, was really good, and he rapped it. And then he did some stuff. And then we were like, why don't you just make a group up? I remember that.
Yeah, because basically what happens is if you keep doing beats over years and years and years and years, right?
And nobody hears him.
And then no one hears
Yeah.
them, or you shopping them to people, and the MCs will get in touch with you like, yeah, that's cool, but then the link goes dead.
Yeah.
You start thinking we might as well just do it ourselves. And I see
Yeah.
why are we gonna
Do
try
your
and
own
keep it?
thing.
Yeah, I was like, why do we keep
Why should we message other
Yeah,
people?
why should we message people all the time?
And then they ask, oh, and it's going to cost this much.
Yeah, and it costs
ridiculous
so much.
stuff
So,
like that. We're
got-
just starting
I
out.
got in touch with loads of rappers like MF. You heard of MF Doom?
I'm not much of a rap guy, so.
Alright, so he was like, I got in touch with their manager, and he was like, yeah, it'll cost 25 grand
Oh,
for a 16.
damn.
And then there's
That's
a
like,
rapper called
crazy.
Fife. How about Fife?
From Tribe Called Quest, I still regret this to this day.
Yeah.
Five Dog from Tribe Called Quest, amazing a rapper. I got in touch with him in 2014, and they're only charging 1,500.
What?
And this other random guy wanted 25,000.
But he was huge in his own
He was
right.
huge at that time. But
yeah.
Five Dog they're from Tribe Called Quest, so they've been huge, right?
For a long time.
Yeah.
For a long time. So we got in touch with them. These like 1,500 for a
Should've done
I should have paid it, but I had no money then because I was, this was like a long time ago. But I should have paid it because then 3 years ago, Tribe Called Quest album came out,
Yeah.
But then he died though.
and then
Fife died.
Then he died. He died right before the album came out, and I
Yeah.
should have got the verse from him. So it's always a
Shit.
regret, right? Because I would have had that verse. And
He's like a legendary MC.
and then add that to the stuff that we've been doing, it would have been huge, man.
Yeah.
It would have blew
Yeah.
because I would have released it at the same time as the Tribe stuff.
So how
Oh,
many
yeah,
how many
that
guys are in your group?
Now there's 3.
Now there was 4 before.
So what happened to the fourth one?
So
Beef kicked off.
No,
It was beef with
So
me. With me first.
It wasn't one of your brothers because that wouldn't work. So
No,
it was somebody outside of
It was
that.
the newest member of the group.
Okay.
He was
so
a prick.
basically, so we started up a group, right? So we were like, let's start. So I did like a remix of a Tribe Called Quest song.
Once again.
Once again, that got picked up by radio, national
Yeah.
radio in the UK. And and then this went really well, and then we're like, we need stuff to follow up on, and then we were like, look, just let's have our own group, right? So I was like, we need another MC. We can't just have one MC. Let's have two, because we always like Tribe Called Quest, because the energy that they had kind of, and Wu-Tang as well. When you got more than one rapper,
It makes it easier.
because you got more energy, and people's attention spans, are kind of short. If you just listen to one rapper all the time, you have to be an amazing rapper to keep people's attention. So like Kendrick,
Or you gotta
Eminem,
switch up your style.
or Jay-Z. Yeah, exactly, right? So you have to be amazing. But I was like, let's have two rappers, it'll be good, because no one does groups anymore,
Especially in the UK.
especially in the UK, right? So we were like, we needed another rapper, and then his friend Martin was like, I know this other guy who raps, let's get him involved. So I literally just rang him up one day out of the blue, said, we're going to do this group, I got some beats, like, are you down? He's like, yeah. So then I did the beats for the whole EP, really, over like a space of a month, and
Yeah.
banged them out in a month. And then we did two more, which he did, and that was it. Then we went in the studio and just did it, and then the song did really well.
But he was really hard to work with.
Yeah, other
The
guy
other-
was fucking
Prima donna.
Yeah, it was really hard to work with, man. Like very egotistical and shit.
Yeah.
But he was brilliant,
He was the best MC.
amazing MC.
I always thought he was the best in the UK.
I still
He was that good.
contend it. He's better than, you might have heard of other MCs from the UK like Gig, Stormzy.
He's better than them.
He's better than them.
He went
Like,
to the same school as Stormzy, so like,
He has
Yeah.
he has the potential to be the best rapper in the UK, bar none.
but his attitude's shit.
He's got like his lyricism is like Nas.
Yeah.
He's brilliant.
Is
But
Stormzy probably like the top guy right now, or
Huh?
who's like top rapper? in
Stormzy's
UK
still
right
big. He did
Stormzy,
Glastonbury,
probably
didn't
Stormzy.
Yeah.
Glastonbury is a big show that Jay-Z did back in 2008.
now? Yeah.
So he's probably still the biggest. But our friend, that other guy who's in our group, he was better than all of them.
Yeah.
But he had a shit attitude.
Would you ever use him in the future for like
No.
features or
His
stuff?
bro,
or-
the relationship,
done.
it's irreparable.
Okay.
Dude, he used to go behind like our backs and stay super shit. Like if I did an album like in the future, he wouldn't mess with us too.
He wouldn't get beats from us and shit.
Yeah, it was so weird. It was
It's
just
really
weird.
strange. But I think he was like, I think he felt threatened
Yeah.
by the fact that he was like the main guy, because the group's always been producer led, because the MCs are good, but the beats are better.
Yeah.
If we're gonna be honest, right? And everyone who's heard it said that. The MCs are good, but the beats are better.
But the other guy with us, he's getting very, very good. Every
Yeah.
joint he does, he's
But
getting better and
because he's
better.
young,
Yeah.
right? So he's been learning. So the first time when we recorded the first EP, I don't know if you're gonna play it, but the first time we recorded it, that was his first time in the
Yeah.
studio. He'd never been in the studio before,
Yeah.
and he came in and
he still did
and he
his
did
thing.
a good job,
Yeah.
right? So one of our songs actually that he did has actually been picked up by Netflix recently, which is it's got licensed by them for a show that's gonna come out in the autumn, which is gonna be massive. Drake's financing it,
Oh,
shit.
and they picked up our stuff, and he did the whole song himself.
Even
in
though
terms of the raps.
I wanted the other guy to be on it.
Even though we wanted the other
No.
guy to be on it, so the song would have been even better
Yeah.
if that other guy had listened to
I
us.
don't think so, because he did his thing. He stepped up.
Well, initially I wanted one 16 and another 16. I wanted it to be like a real rap song, like just freestyle shit, like a Nas and Jay-Z song,
Yeah.
right? Like Success. But it didn't happen. But anyway, the other song got picked up by Netflix. So but the other guy is really good. He's been learning. He's been improving. He practices a lot. So
That's good. And you guys are still in your early stages, and
Yeah.
you've seen from the sounds of it some good success
Yeah.
fairly early on, right?
Yeah.
How long have you guys been around as a band?
2016,
In about 3 years.
You guys came out with the album last year, right? You guys.
last
Was
summer.
it? Yeah, last
Yeah.
summer.
Last summer, yeah. It did really well.
Yeah.
At one point, we had like nearly 20,000 listeners on Spotify a month.
Nice.
Yeah.
But the EP, how much did I get? I got over.
100. I think we're nearly at 200,000 now.
Yeah.
And that's just on Spotify.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just on Spotify.
So that's not including iTunes or any of the other.
No, but I think it's what it is
formats.
because our music sounds different to you. If you play our music to anyone, they're like, yeah, that's not from England.
It's because who we look up to is very different to everybody else.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
You know what I mean?
Because most UK groups are influenced by the UK vibe, and
Yeah.
you guys are.
Yeah, like
Your influences
grime
outside
music.
of
You guys
that.
heard
Like
of
trap
grime
music
grime
and
music
that.
Yeah.
in UK
Yeah.
rapping. It's very weird. It's very
Yeah, when I
dark.
first played you guys' song, I was like, hey, this... Because usually it's like something that goes like super hard and it's like beats are going... but it's like more smooth,
Yeah.
more like a little bit jazz thrown in there, and it's like very
Yeah.
like chill out, and it's
Yeah.
really nice to listen to. Like,
And the emphasis has always been on melody. We were like,
Yeah.
even if you don't like rap music, you will enjoy this because of the melody.
yeah,
And do
You
you
know
think
what I
that's because of your Indian influence?
Straight up
Because-
Punjabi, yeah, man.
Because of Punjabi music is very melodious.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, of course, it's all about the melody, man. If you look at some, I don't know, like Marnik songs from back in the day,
Yeah.
he'd sing like the deadliest vocal you've ever heard in your whole life, but then there'd be like a mandolin piece,
yeah.
That's it.
or like,
Yeah.
right? or like a tumbi piece,
It was
really
it was
catchy.
a two-piece band. That's it.
Or there'd be like sometimes they'd layer their sound, so there'd be like a flute playing, and a mandolin layered.
Yeah.
The melodies would be insane, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I would say it's definitely had an influence.
Yeah, I think we were talking
and
about
the-
this actually a couple episodes ago, but how like Chimkila and the way he basically his like beats and like the compositions he had, like they're still being used because those beats are just
Right.
like they're
Yeah.
irreplaceable. They're nuts.
Yeah, so like loads of Chimkila songs, and the thing is he wrote all his own songs too, right?
Yeah. And the compositions and
And the
everything.
compositions, right?
Yeah.
So what all the even well, we obviously going off topic, but even all the Punjabi songs you hear these days are all taking the melodies from 70s and 80s
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
and they redo them.
Yeah.
So like Char Punch, all those songs that were
Yeah.
that were big. What other ones? Loads.
yeah, don't look like Karnaja. That's what
Karnaja, the straight up Chimkila rep right
A
there.
bunch of Karnaja.
Yeah.
Yeah, loads like
Yeah.
Manik songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the same. They're all the same melodies, but they're all based in rag music, right?
Yeah.
So
That's where I got into Sikh music. Like, it's still to this day, there's not one music which is higher than like classical.
rag, yeah.
Because our whole guru now is in a rag, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's the most deepest, form of music like in the world.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
not even being biased. If you learn it, you'll see for yourself.
Yeah.
And
You know
then
what I mean?
and just below that is probably Brazilian jazz music.
Yeah. I agree with that.
It's very melodic.
They're very
Yeah.
melodic, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So it's very similar to his flute based.
Where did you guys get the name To You For You? Like, what does it stand for? Where did it come from?
Well, back in the day, like, you had a song by a Tribe Called Quest called Butter.
Yeah.
And in the second verse, Fife, he says something like Slum Village Gold still dangling in your ear. And then there was a group from Detroit, which came through in 96. They took that line and called themselves Slum Village. And on their like first album, they had a song called To You For You. So we kind of did like a homage to that. So we got
Oh.
our name from them.
Nice.
And then we called our EP Butter because of that first song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
There's a method to it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Have they reached out to you? Any of them, like, just to
Thing is,
kind of
some-
acknowledge that?
Slum Village, the two main guys made are now like dead.
Oh,
They passed away.
Yeah, they
right?
passed away.
yeah.
One of them was like the greatest beat maker ever
Yeah.
in my eyes. And then the other one had like schizophrenia or something. I don't know what happened to him. But he died. The other two, they're just doing their thing. But they're not as big as what they are now.
Yeah.
What they used
Yeah.
to be, sorry.
They're not great rappers, right?
They never were great rappers.
Just beat,
Yeah.
good
The
beat
beats were
makers.
amazing.
Yeah.
And they knew it themselves. They're like, if it weren't for the beats, we would not be doing what we did.
Wow. So now you mentioned a few times Sikhi gives you your influence,
Yeah.
and you're a full blown sing. Now, how much hate do you get for being in hip hop and,
Oh, my
and
Lord.
being a sing?
As soon as we started our first shows, the first one was in London.
Because I know UK sings, they're
Kakkad, man.
100%.
Kattad bande, right?
100%.
Khadkus, man.
Yep.
Right?
You know what I mean? It's good. You need people like that.
Yeah.
Because when shit pops off and nobody wants to do something, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then when you're in there doing something which they don't like, you'll hear about it somehow.
So how often do you hear about it?
Well, as soon as we did the live shows, my brother,
Yeah.
the other one who's a sing, he got a message from one of his friends saying, is this you? He sent him a picture with it, but it was me.
Yeah.
So somebody has been sending out pictures around saying, look what they're doing, look what these things are up to.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
It was me and the Mankala, mate.
Yeah.
The picture came to him and he was like, nah, it's my brother.
So,
He was like, where did you get it? He was like, oh, some group I'm in.
So what are they against?
The way I look at me and up in clubs and shit, you know what I mean?
Is that the main contentious point? Like,
Probably.
sing shouldn't be going up in
It could
clubs
be
and
that.
stuff like that?
It could be that also the music. You know what I mean?
probably saying why they're not doing like, I don't know.
Ethan and all that.
Or why they're not doing like Shahidi songs with like really poor rap beats behind them.
See, it doesn't
Right.
make sense because they want you to be like, you've heard of AKJ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably want you to do that kind of style.
Yeah.
But if you look in terms of history, that didn't exist up to like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So what they're talking about, you know what I mean?
And who's to say, where does it say a sing can't do
Exactly.
Exactly.
hip hop
Yeah.
or any type of music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
And then why are they using like beats and their shitty raps?
Yeah, they
know
want
what I
the they want the hip hop
Yeah.
beats
They want the
for
rap
the hype.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They want
exactly.
the hip hop beats for the hype because you look at any of those the Sikh martial arts videos like Gataka,
Yeah.
right? And they always have hype rap behind them.
Yeah, it's great. I was watching some Sanjanet sing videos, and it's got rap beats behind them. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You're sending me this stuff, and then you're cussing me out
Yeah.
for doing it.
All those
You know?
Tiger Style albums, the
Yeah,
Sheet
sure.
Immortality.
Mate, I
all
used to love those
which
stuff.
are amazing.
Amazing, right? He got us into that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got you were on some of those.
No.
albums?
I was just listening to them a lot
Oh,
when I was,
okay,
when I was a kid, right?
The Jago song was amazing.
Jago.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Jago.
12-minute version.
The 12, yeah, 12 minutes.
Jago all time, man.
Yeah.
Number one.
And
Till
the
this
beat,
day.
the beat was sick as well.
Yeah.
AK-47.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
loads.
Yeah.
Motorcycle Wally.
Praneem Shahidanu.
Yeah.
There was
Oh, yeah.
Pranam Shahidanu, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were loads of them, right? It's probably jealousy too, right? Upbringing get very jealous very quickly.
Yeah. But it, like
I know.
I don't know. I feel like in our like upbringing community, it's just all like, oh, if you're not doing something that's like, oh, what we normally do, then it's like, oh, what are you doing? Why are
Yeah.
you trying to do something different? You have to be normal.
Trust me.
And it's
Yeah.
like, why wouldn't you want to break out of the mold?
That's the thing. They don't like people breaking out of the mold, right?
But it's only good for things, though. It's only good for us doing
Yeah,
stuff
because
like
at,
this.
the, 'cause at the end of the day, they don't look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Like because for all they know, you may use your music, you may be really successful, you may make a lot of money, and then you may think, I'm not even going to do music anymore. I'm going to go do something else. So it can give you a platform, and then it's up to you how you use that platform.
See,
Right?
I saw
It can
one of
for a
your,
positive thing. You just
Yeah.
don't know, right?
See, I saw one of the promo photos with Arjun on it
Yeah.
and the rapper, and right away I was like, "Yo, this is dope."
Yeah.
I sing in a hip hop band. This is
Yeah.
dope,
Yeah.
right?
Seriously.
So
Yeah.
my perception of it is, yo, Sings can do anything, right?
There's no stopping.
So you know, you got to break that mold, you know, and in the here in Canada, North America, a lot of Sings are breaking the mold, especially out in
Toronto.
on the Toronto side.
Yeah.
A lot of guys, you know,
Who's up-
breaking.
Who's that guy? Nav.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, he's
now,
amazing.
But I'm talking about Sings too,
Oh,
right?
shit.
A lot of
Yeah.
Sings breaking that mold. Humble the Poet is
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
great
100%.
great example of that,
Fateh
right?
as well, right?
Fateh breaking that mold. You know, there's a bunch of them that are doing that, and not
Yep.
following the norms of Punjabi culture and
I think
society.
I think UK is very narrow-minded. I think people up in the UK most
Not even up in it. How about that Gora Benjibi?
Yeah,
Tell
we-
them about that.
Yeah, I mean, we've even had some hate from non-up in it.
Like big radio, like kind of DJs.
Because you're brown.
Yeah,
Yep.
of course. So we what do you call it? So the first song of that, well, a remix we got picked up and played by this one DJ. Then we met that guy, and you saw how he looked.
Yeah, but before he played that shit, he was loving
So he
it.
used to play our stuff.
Yeah,
he used to
yeah.
big us up, blah 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 blah. Play our songs on like a regular basis, right? Then we
went
met him.
to-
Then we met him
to get our song mixed.
by someone he works with.
Yeah.
And we met him, and then as soon as you saw the look of him, especially,
Yeah.
right?
Literally, you know the look.
He
know
looked
how-
him.
Yeah.
He looked
You
him like
know the
gunned,
look.
bro.
Man.
Right?
And then he saw my Kirpan like hanging out, and he just looked down. Like
He looked
that.
at it, and I was
You know
like,
what I
and I knew it then. And then after that, he never played one of our songs
Yep.
again.
Even though his boy, he mixed one like the main single.
Yeah, one of our main songs.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and never played it again.
Doesn't play our shit. Doesn't reply to our shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
even though we sent it to him out of like a matter of like, you know, your radio show's good. You've backed us before.
Yeah.
We'll send it to you.
And he loves our style.
Yeah.
Like, he loves the beats we kind of make because it reminds him of his favorite.
Stuff like that he likes to play.
But he still doesn't play us.
Yeah, because he hates him.
Because he doesn't like me. I'm telling you, it's not even him. It's me. It's me. But wait until if we get any bigger, watch. He's gonna get.
That
Have you guys got any play on BBC?
Yeah, that's what we used to get on all the time. One extra.
Radio 1.
Oh, okay.
We got national radio play for one of our
And
songs.
prime time, and this for Dewey's on like 3 a.m.
Calm down. And got him, Hannah.
Nah, it's racism.
I
Right?
know.
It's racism, yeah.
No.
Yeah. Blatant.
Yeah, but we got
Nutshell.
picked. Yeah, so when our EP came out and one of the lead singles got picked up on Radio 1 on national radio across the whole UK, on like a prime time show, got paid regularly,
Oh, fantastic.
which is mad because we made the beats in my big beats front room. Funny, right?
Yeah.
It's hilarious, and these people would never know that.
Think about where.
Bro,
they
I
work.
was sitting chonky marke, hana kambal leke,
Yeah.
right? Literally no lie, exaggeration.
100%.
Ask him. Hana sit in a cold room.
And
just
Bibi will
making
bring him chai in at every
Yeah,
like 2-3 hours.
every half an hour, so I'll be chal. Huh? It's funny,
Think I'm
man.
working on some mad stuff
Yeah,
right now.
Literally, I was like literally like just amped up on jars, like bring the food, man.
So you mentioned that Netflix is picking up one of your songs and
Yeah.
they're gonna feature it. How did that come about?
That was weird though because we were told we need like a hype song, like to push out like, you know,
Yeah.
without the other songs.
Like you mean just in general, the
Like-
industry was saying you guys need hype songs.
That the Gora Benji B's the guy who mixed us our
Yeah.
song, he told us, oh, you need 2 or 3 songs to light the flame. So we went quickly back and we're like, yo, we need to do some shit quickly. And I got my other guy I mate called Jim Myers, who's also very talented. I went down to his house and we did that song within like an hour or 2.
Yeah.
and that became the one Netflix liked,
Oh really?
which is weird. It's like, the less thought goes into it, the shit. People
So this
say
is
Those
funny.
ones are like straight, like just beat based. It's like, oh, it's fire. Okay. It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there was
just-
literally
you
that.
needed like crazy.
It's
lyrics
very
or
simple,
anything.
It's just
low
the loop.
end.
It's just the loop,
it's low end
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
right? But it's funny actually because there's this show in the UK that the one that's been licensed on. I've been watching that show for years, like no
called
exaggeration.
It's called Top Boy.
We're probably not supposed to talk about it yet, but
Who cares, man?
He
Who
basically
cares?
said it, right?
Already done, man. Deal's
So
done.
yeah, so what do you call it? I've been watching that show for years and years and years. He hated it.
Yeah.
He still hates it.
I still do, to be honest.
All right. And I've been watching. I just started watching it because, like, yeah, it was mad.
It's too grimy, man. It's too grimy.
It's like murders and all that. And
I
drugs
started
and
it.
all
I
that kind
thought
of
it was
shit.
pretty good.
It's really good, right? Really well made.
Yeah, I got into the second episode,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, I'm like, it's total UK.
Yeah.
It's a UK show.
Yeah.
But I had already heard good things about it.
The reason why I watched it is because it reminded me a lot of the Gala that we grew up with. Like I grew up, especially that I went to school with. Some of them are in jail. Some of them are dead. So that's probably why I was like attracted to it. So I just watch it all the time, and I was like, "Yeah, the show's sick." Anyway, I always used to say jokingly, I was like, "One of our songs is going to go on this show one day." No exaggeration. No, I'm not lying. Am
Yeah.
I?
I was in my
Literally,
room.
for years, for literally probably about a year, probably since we started. I was like, "Our song's going to be on. If they ever do another series, our song's going to be on it, guaranteed."
So you never solicited for
No,
it.
no,
They reached
no,
out to you
no,
guys.
no, no,
so
we
how
never-
did that
we
come
We
about?
never reached to it. So basically, I was just saying one day, "Hana betasi, hana kamrecha, like hana banan, hana like a cha shit, just chilling."
Yeah.
All right, and I just got like an email on my phone saying, "Yeah, basically, Top Boy season 3, blah blah blah, episode 2." They were like, "Yeah, do you guys own the rights to this song? We want to license it." So I had no idea how they heard it.
Then you
Had
came
no-
rushing up to tell me.
Had no idea. I had no idea how they found it.
So you
And-
never even asked. You're like, yo, how'd you
No.
guys do it? Nothing.
No,
Eh?
just like no.
Like, send us the paperwork. Done.
That's it. It's literally.
Send me the check.
Literally send us check, right? So then I told him, and then that's it. So then, since then, what we've been doing is working on new stuff, and then the aim is to kind of coincide with that coming out. So we hopefully have something out at the same time, just so that we can capitalize on the hype, because essentially free PR.
Is there a time frame around that?
So I think they said it's going to come out in late September, innit? Late September, early October.
Season, okay.
So it's coming up pretty soon. So we got like, I don't know, 2-3 months to work on some. Well, we got the beats. Most of the beats already are there.
Yeah.
So now it's just about getting the raps done.
So we know who the rapper is.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Martin.
Martin?
But his name, MC's name is called Myrugama.
Myrugama?
Myrugama.
He's half Swedish, half Rwandan.
And his middle name's Rugama, like his Rwandan name.
Okay.
So he rolls with that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then, so Robbie, you make beats.
Mm-hmm.
And Arjun, what's your role in the band?
I make beats too.
Both guys beats, eh?
Donne, yeah.
And then production-wise, how do you guys play off each other? Do you guys have a similar style, or do you guys
No.
kind of conflict in your style?
Oh, it's totally different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who takes precedent when you guys are putting the beats together?
It's literally it's literally the case of what sounds good.
Who's the judge, though?
We're both fair.
So you're humble on each other?
I'm
You
very
don't- you
honest.
don't-
Even on my own shit, I'm very honest.
He's like brutal.
You breed bias?
No, brutal,
Oh,
bro.
brutal.
You gotta be, man.
Okay.
You don't
So
wanna
if it's
fat
not
bit.
good, So I did one beat like about a month ago, and he said it's something you'd hear in a shop.
No, you know the kind of stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, when you're trying on clothes and shit. And
Elevator music, man.
I still elevate music. I still to this day think it's like that. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
So you guys criticize each other quite a bit then?
Thing is, I don't mind if somebody criticizes me at all.
Yeah.
Like I criticize myself hard.
I'm very strategic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you can do this. And that works, because if it hadn't been for that, we wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah.
It's all about strategy. Companies do it, governments do it, private companies do it, public companies do it, banks do it, musicians, record labels sure as hell do it. So if artists without record deals don't do it, then you may as well give up. Everyone strategizes. That's the key to everything.
Yeah.
Even the world economy is everything. I mean, I'll stop before I go into more, but everything is based on strategy. You have to have a strategy.
Yeah.
Even us saying you want to release something when Top Boy when the new episode drops, and us saying we should have a song by it. Even that is a low level strategy. It's really important.
Yeah, for sure. You want to capitalize on
Yeah.
any sort of wave that you got to catch the waves, right?
That's literally what it's about.
Yeah.
Right.
So whatever wave comes your way, you got to make sure you're ready and
Yeah,
you
you're
got to
ready.
catch that.
Yeah. That's all it's about. And also, you also have to have like you're like outside. You have to have like an aim, your end goal and end aim. You have to figure out how you're gonna get there. Right. So that's not saying you have to sell out, but sometimes you may have to basically make songs where you think, you know what, that actually may appeal to that. I'm down with how it sounds. It may not be, you know, as rugged and raw as say the song that's going to get played on that show, but sometimes you may think, well, you know, I actually like that kind of music, and that song's going to actually do really well, right?
Yeah,
it's like, look at Jay-Z, who's the best at it.
that's true.
Absolute best at it, right?
Yeah.
Like, for example, compare like Reasonable Doubt to something like Girls. When he
But
did,
the whole era was different. Though.
Yeah.
The Mafioso rap in '96 was very, very different to when, say, Kanye West came out or Just Blaze came out.
yeah,
But the thing with Jay-Z moved with the times.
yeah.
But I think
No,
that's
He's very, and that's why
That's-
that's why he's got hundreds of millions of dollars, right?
I think that's what you're kind of touching on is
Yeah.
you may not like to go that way, but if there's a certain wave that's going on in the industry, you got to kind of ride that wave too.
It
Not
depend-
necessarily catering to it,
Yeah.
but you might have to.
Maybe with like certain melodies, certain way you do your songs, but your beats. So for example, like you won't hear. So like, you know, trap music is huge, right?
Yeah.
We would never do a trap song, ever, right?
Never say never.
No, categorically, we would never do like a
traditional.
Travis Scott,
Yeah.
like a trap beat, like
Yeah.
we would never do anything like that.
You just got to do you, man.
Yeah, you
Be
literally
you,
have to.
innit?
Yeah, if you're down with it, and
Cool.
you like it, it's good to go. You don't have to put like deep thought into basically. Yeah, and this we have to have this here, that here, that here, blah blah blah. If it sounds good, it sounds good, right?
So now you guys are young guys, so you probably didn't have too much in the CD days or any of that kind of stuff. Traditional records.
No, I
label
bought
stuff.
CDs. I bought CDs all the time.
No,
man.
buying them. I'm talking about in the more of now producing music and
Yeah.
and in that day when CD sales were a big thing. Now streaming is
Yeah.
it, right?
And vinyls, though, they're coming back.
Vinyl's a huge.
Yeah.
Right?
So what is it like? How has it been for you guys in the streaming world?
Well, no, we always say we're a bit unlucky.
Yeah.
Because starting off is very, very hard to make a living from this through streaming alone.
Through streaming.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very hard.
You get hardly anything.
Yeah.
Per stream, I think it's like 0.004 pence, or what would you
What
call
is
it? Cents.
7 cents for
I
us.
think it's
or-
the exact same for us. It's something like 0.004.
yeah, it's a fraction of a
Cents,
cent.
yeah.
A fraction of a cent.
Per
And,
stream.
and then promotion companies only F with you if you're big. So
Yeah.
where
So
you-
one thing, yeah.
we went through this role with them as well.
So basically, it's almost like it's difficult. Again, it shows you it's monopolized because we were going to certain PR companies and we were like, yo, we got cash here and we've got songs or whatever. And it's going to be like a no-brainer. They're going to be like, yeah, we'll take this from you and we'll promote it for you because you're giving them money. Certain PR companies just won't fuck with you unless you're big already.
And they'll say,
They just basically want to ride your wave at that
Yeah,
point.
and they'll say bullshit. They'll
like,
say
sonically it doesn't sound right, which I don't know what that means. Still
Yeah.
to this day. I still don't know what that means.
yeah, so they give you like these like their kind of expert opinions on your music, and you're like, you have no idea what you're talking about. It's like, what does that mean? But
Some random ass dude coming up with some buzzwords and he's like, yo, sonically.
yeah,
Doesn't think that's
yeah,
me.
it's like,
Yeah.
explain
That
it.
in.
Yeah, what do you mean by that, right?
Yeah.
But other
So-
people go through this. Remember we watched that video of Kanye West when he
Yeah.
first came out? He did his own video for Through the Wire, and people said it wasn't that great. And he would ring him up saying, "Why didn't you think it was that great?" And they just couldn't give him an answer. So it was exactly the same, dude.
Yeah.
But at the same time, do you not think it's easier in a way because you've got control? You can publish something today. You don't have to go to a record label. You don't have to go find somebody who's going to put it out there for you. The mediums are at your fingertips.
Yeah.
So as an artist, right, in today's day and age, you really don't have an excuse for not putting anything out.
Yeah, but the thing is, so we've done the hard bit already,
Yeah.
right? So now for us, we've got that freedom where we could put something out tomorrow, and there's guaranteed it'll be heard by a certain number of people,
Yeah.
like guaranteed. So we've done the hard part already. I think sometimes we actually underestimate just what we've already done, because we made literally like the beats on our homes, right? Literally in the front room, no expensive equipment, cracked software. Brownie like laptop. My laptop's old fuck, right? I didn't even have a mixer, right? Using the most minimum stuff that you can get, and then we've got a listener base already. So we got that freedom that we don't need to go to label. I think nowadays all a label gives you is they can get your music out to a great number of people. But we've had label interest. I mean, after our first song came out, Universal Music Group emailed us.
Like an A&R from it, right?
Yeah. So that what they do is they basically want to kind of keep tabs on you. So they all ask you the same question, like, are you working on new music, and when are you going to be doing shows? We've had loads of label approaches.
But then the other guy held us back. the MC.
Oh,
Yeah, the one that who's no longer in the group.
He didn't want to do any live shows. He didn't want to do nothing like that.
Oh,
yeah,
he was kind of a closet, like a studio MC.
Yeah, maybe.
Just
Or
not
he
a
had
lo-
some issues. I don't know.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
probably had some like self confidence issues
Yeah.
and stuff.
So have you guys done shows now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just finished this. We just done 2. One was in London, the other one was in Birmingham.
Nice.
And we got 2 more lined up, I think, in October and November time.
Yeah,
Like out here, there's a festival circuit, and there's a lot of avenues to kind of get your art out. What's it like in the UK?
we've already been so this is funny. So we've already been asked to do festivals,
Yeah.
right? But because of the other MC who held us back, he didn't want to do shows. We couldn't take those opportunities.
Oh, okay.
So we've already been there's multiple shows we've been asked to do.
And that puts back like a year, probably, right?
Probably sets back about a year.
So now it's time to ramp that up.
Yeah, so that's why in the past like 6-7 months we've been just working so hard on getting the new beats done, which all sound better than what we've done previously.
Yeah, because it's a growth.
You get better, yeah,
get better
confidence,
as you
everything.
go,
You know what sounds good. You become more ruthless as well. Like now you'll do like stuff and you will just delete it.
Plus, the more people that hear it, the more
Yeah.
critics you have, the more feedback you get,
Yep.
right? So you're probably getting a lot of feedback from that listener base you're talking about.
Yeah.
On what you can do or what they liked and what they didn't like, so you kind of
Yeah.
know where to take it as well.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, and you also get some people like say stuff and you're like, that's not even true. Like that like, what were you hearing when you kind of say it or whatever? So yeah, you learn a lot. So the new beats that we've got are really good.
Now, you as production centric as you guys are, would you guys produce for anybody else, or do you guys want to stay as a?
I want to
as
stay
just as
full
your
with
group?
Martin because people said he can never make it.
Yeah.
So my idea is like, if he can make it, I'm happy. I'm content. You know what I mean? He's probably got different ideas. He wants to do music for other people.
Yeah, I want to make a living out of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you got a job 9 to 5 or making music for a living, you choose that.
For sure,
Right.
where your passion is.
It would be amazing, right? Then you on your own terms or whatever. So I would love to do beats for other people, but only once we've actually become established ourselves. So you just don't know what could happen. I mean, if you basically have say for example, take an example of someone like Nav. If you asked him 10 years ago, he's probably sitting in his Bibby's house. One day you're gonna be making beats with Travis Scott or whatever. Probably saying, "No, it's not gonna happen." But you just don't know what could happen.
Yeah, that's so true.
In 10 years' time, you could be doing a whole Kendrick album,
Yeah.
right? Nothing's impossible, right? So that it depends. Again, it depends on what you want from it. It all depends on what you want from it. Like, if you want to make a living out of it, then you all work towards it. If you just want to do something as a hobby, then it will become a hobby. You have to kind of look at where you want it to go and then go towards it. Otherwise, there's no point. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, how do your cause we went over the backlash you got from other people talking shit and sending messages and stuff like that. How do you get parents?
Oh, they love it now.
Yeah.
My dad was obviously against it at the start.
Yeah, you said now, so
Yeah. They just thought it was a waste of time. What are you gonna get out of it? And they think it's bad sangat as well if you get into the Chimokale and all that. The kind of music they're making. It's true. But then my mum she's always been supportive.
Mum has always been supportive.
Yeah.
Mum used to pay for my drum lessons when I was in younger.
And Dad was kind of like, "Yo, I don't like the crowd
like
you're gonna
it?
start rolling with."
Yeah, it's true. And it's quite right because a lot of our friends or his friends, now in jail, some people of them died.
Yeah.
So you could see why he was like that.
From the small white town rugby.
Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird.
It's very strange, man. Yeah.
That's awesome. Your parents were supportive. I saw this Instagram post the other day. It's basically "Loki ki kahnge." That phrase had probably killed more dreams than anything else in fucking upper
Number one dream killer in the Punjabi community.
Literally, right?
What are other people gonna say?
Yeah, I
Fuck
remember.
that.
It's exactly, yeah, literally. That's my attitude to it all. Fuck, do what you want, man.
Yeah.
Right? Otherwise, you're going to be sitting there 40, 45-year-old thinking, oh, man, I should have done this when I was
Yeah.
younger.
Then you're full of regret.
Yeah.
But it's I saw that quote from who's that guy from Batman who died?
Christian.
No, man, stop saying Christian.
I know.
He's still alive.
Oh my
Heath
god.
Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah, he said the biggest love you get is from strangers, and the most hate you're gonna get is from family and friends.
Bro, we have family, right, who didn't even come to our shows.
And that had access to come to your show.
Yeah, they live in London.
And they live in London.
You know what I mean?
Sali Hana, D Charlie born in there when they want to go see Drake.
It's not Suck sitting over
No,
here,
no,
right?
No, he had work. He had work, right? So we let him off, right? But we had family who happily go spend loads of money to go see trash music or whatever, and go see Drake.
See, I don't want to say trash, man. Everybody has their preferences. You know what I mean?
No, well, so,
You're not a Drake fan?
huh?
You're not a Drizzy fan?
Not really. So like people, it just hurts. It's a bit, it's a bit burn when like you got family and friends who say they support you, but when you put stuff out, there's no support.
And they say they were going to come as well, right?
Yeah, it's painful when they say they're gonna come and they don't come.
Oh, that's not
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
Pricks, man.
And then when they start seeing, so this is 1, 2, or 3 cases, when they start seeing that you're actually getting exposure from
Then
other
they
people,
message you.
then they message you saying, "How's the music going?" So fuck off, man.
Yeah, because one day they're gonna need those backstage passes.
Yeah, man.
You're watching, you know how it's going.
Say, hey, you guys are playing the stadium tonight. Can I get some backstage passes for that gig?
Yes, man.
Yeah. Literally, that's gonna be the response, right?
That's normal though. You can't really blame people. A lot of people think, oh, it's just bullshit what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know. What I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
So I
fair.
can see why they're kind of like that at the same time.
Fair enough,
You know
right?
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still probably trying to gauge: is this real?
Yeah.
Are they sticking with it? Is this just a hobby? Right?
Yeah, but then when we got like posts saying up like, "Here's our music getting played on Radio 1" and shit stuff, which is
I
like
mean,
the
they
big,
probably don't believe it.
which is like the biggest radio station
Yeah.
in like one of the biggest
In the
world-renowned
world, probably, yeah,
stations in the
world-renowned for
world,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
But definitely in the UK, it's the biggest, like without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
What more evidence do you want, right?
Yeah, BBC can mean something else down here as well, but
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
but it's the biggest radio station in the world.
Yeah. Less said about that, the better, right? Yeah. BBC.
You
Yeah.
know, one thing I always found interesting, that's not to do with your music, just with like, people who are Punjabi, with the accent. In the English, like UK accent, like it's however it is different for our English and you guys English.
I still can't
In our
understand what
Punja-
you're saying sometimes.
Yeah,
I
but our
legit-
Punjabi is the fucking
it the
exact
same?
same. It
Exactly
doesn't make
the
sense.
same.
The accent doesn't transfer
I
to
don't
the
get that.
Punjabi.
It's weird.
It's weird, right?
Yeah,
It's very strange.
it doesn't make any
But
sense.
same with the rapping though, because we got cousins in America who listen to our shit, and they don't understand what we're saying, even in rapping,
Yeah.
which is weird. The accent's crazy.
Yeah. Doesn't
Yeah.
translate well.
I have a very hard time understanding certain. I guess it's maybe dialects. I guess you guys have a lot of different dialects,
Yeah.
too, right? There's the
But you sound Scottish though. Some of the words you say, it's very
there's the Cockney
We
accent.
sound Scottish?
and-
Yeah.
We's got
We?
yeah. When you say about, you say
No, man.
don't say
we
that.
don't
We
say
don't say
boot.
that.
We don't
That's-
actually say.
say about.
Huh?
Say
About?
About.
About.
That's about. You a little bit.
No, we don't.
What are you talking about? I was gonna try to say. I'm like, what are you talking about? No, but what are you talking about?
The only place that you hear that is up north.
Newfoundland.
Oh yeah, Newfoundland.
Or the Maritimes.
east,
Maritimes.
east.
Where's that?
On the
Out
very-
east, on the
very
very
cold
tip.
other side. Coast.
Basically, the
Oh.
closest to Scotland.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that Surrey accent's weird though.
yeah,
The Surrey is very thick. Like
Surrey's very thick. Even I have a hard time understanding.
And he lives there.
I don't live there anymore.
yeah, it's crazy.
Bro.
They say bro to their girls as well.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I saw the other day someone I know who's just got married. They call their wife bro. Oh, fuck.
You don't want to be messing with your bro at night.
Because they love their bros, man.
You're not having so hard out with your bro. Ed Donny,
They take the bros before hoes a little too literally. If they're all bros,
bro.
they always come before the hoes.
Fuck.
It adds up.
In the UK, women will leave your ass if you called your wife bro.
No, so when you guys go to the studio, how much does it cost?
Oh, we actually know we bankroll the whole stuff, the whole album.
Yeah, so we
First
paid for everything ourselves.
one. No, we didn't. Other people did.
No,
No, we didn't.
no. So,
Don't tell them about our secrets.
no, so basically only the first studio sessions
Yeah.
that we did, they were basically we crowdfunded
Yeah,
it.
crowdfunding. That's.
Okay.
But since then, pay for everything
Yeah.
ourselves. Literally
Nice.
everything. Like,
But that was good in itself. We raised like $1,000.
yeah, we went where it's
Nobody heard us.
So maybe maybe like
crazy. It was crazy.
maybe like $1,800.
Yeah.
Probably
Wow.
worth. We raised kind of crowdfunding.
How expensive is studio
friends-
time out there?
Probably like £25 an hour, £25 an hour.
That's
so
not
that's
bad
probably
at
like
all. That's cheap.
What?
$40 an hour maybe.
How much is the view?
Oh, probably a few hundred an hour.
An hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What are you getting with that studio? Are they giving you a sound engineer?
Engineer. Yeah.
Oh hell no! You ain't getting that here for $25.
Engineer itself is a few $100.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
fuck?
And he engineered and mixed the one on Netflix.
He mixed and mastered it
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
he did all
What
that
the
shit.
fuck?
Damn.
Yeah.
You guys got a good
That's
gig
why
out
you
there.
gotta go to UK
That's
and
what,
record.
that's what everybody tells you. Yeah, music's in the UK, man. It's cheap. That's why.
I don't care. You're probably going there too to record.
I think we might just have to go.
I want to record.
Fuck it, I'm gonna record. I'm gonna fucking record now.
It's cheap, man. It's not bad. It's not bad. Well, the good thing is now for our next stuff, the guy was saying we can record at like Universal Studios for free.
In London.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
awesome, yeah.
How'd that hookup come about?
So the guy that we record with, he works for, well, sometimes
Is
he
he signed
records.
by him though?
I
What's
think
it?
he might be signed by him as as an engineer,
Yeah,
because they, record labels like that are so big. And
they
then
want a
he-
bunch of people just on the
Yeah.
roster.
Yeah,
for that
right,
stuff.
exactly. And they
Yeah.
pay them whatever. It's nothing to them if they pay them like 1,000-2,000 a
Yeah.
month. It's just nothing to them because they're so big. And the guy was like, "Yeah, I've showed your music to some people, and they're like saying for the next stuff that you do, just record at our studio
Well, it's fantastic.
for free, which is really good."
So, when can everyone expect some new music from you guys? I know you kind of mentioned September. Are you gonna drip anything prior to that?
I think we'd like to, but I think the most important thing is that it's ready and it's
Yeah.
not rushed. Because if it's rushed, it might not sound great.
So we had that idea of putting a
Yeah,
was a 3-track
yeah.
album out in September, October.
Yeah, like a 3-track EP maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Um,
another EP following in spring.
because we've got like beats ready now
Yeah.
for like maybe we could do like probably 3 EPs worth.
Yeah.
So we really like tried hard to get that done. So we've got a lot of beats now. So now it's all about, which is a good position to be in because now we can actually like phase up music and just flood.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about doing a 3-track EP towards the end of the year, and then another EP maybe March, April time, and then maybe in something else again in the summer.
Are you guys gonna release any visuals with that?
So yeah, so now we've made a bit more money and stuff with that stuff. We need to be, that's definitely what we need to kind of consider, but it needs to be really good. It needs to be of a high standard because a good music video can make your music even better,
Oh, for sure.
right? It elevates it, right?
Yeah.
So we need to be kind of like, yeah, we need to have a good video.
It's that strategy you're
Videos.
talking about again.
Yeah, definitely.
I can see it in your eyes. It's a strategy.
That's not creepy at all, bro. You know? We went from talking to Hagra to looking in my eyes and shit. No,
Hey, bro.
yeah, good
bro.
bro, yeah, bros for everyone. No, so yeah, video really important. Vinyl, because vinyls, can't kind of come back into fashion a lot.
I guess you have to pay for that then.
No, so there's a website called Crates
Yeah.
where they're doing for you, and then people order from them directly.
Oh,
and
cool.
if it hits a certain mark, they basically produce them, and then you can't share the profits.
We did that with
That's
the
cool.
we did that with the t-shirts as
Yeah,
well.
we did the
Very
merchandise
similar.
we made as
Yeah.
well, very similar kind
So
of
you don't
thing.
actually have to lose money in the beginning
No.
until there's enough
No,
orders.
And so they'll only make them based off of the orders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, if
fantastic.
you get a good enough batch, they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, we'll
Yeah.
make a batch for you, and
yeah,
we'll both
and then
make profit.
yeah, exactly, and then promotion is basically down to you. So however good you promote it,
Yeah.
you stand a better chance of actually hitting that quota, and then they'll actually go into production.
Yeah, vinyl's making a massive comeback.
Huge, but I think last year they were the most popular medium.
Besides streaming, they
Besides streaming for music, yeah.
outsold CDs.
Oh, really?
Vinyl outsold CDs for the first,
First
time.
time,
in
yeah.
like,
But yeah, exactly. Who's gonna go buy a CD then?
Since the 50s.
yeah, no, but the vinyl is on a massive uptick. Apparently,
Yeah, yeah.
it's on a huge incline.
Doesn't it have to do with the music
Quality,
quality?
yeah,
It's
quality is
like
pristine, it's perfect.
way-
Quality's amazing, right?
Yeah, like
And
there's
which is
nothing that beats it.
which is a good thing for rap music because rap and vinyl are like ubiquitous,
Synonymous.
synonymous, right?
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
Yeah, and so yeah, there's loads of opportunities that we can basically capitalize on.
Nice.
So now it's just to be first and foremost is about having good music. Music got to be great.
Agreed.
Everything comes from that, right? If your music sounds full, there's no point.
So how can people get a hold of you guys? What are you guys' Instagram handles? Where's the best place to reach
So
you? What are your
we're
social
on,
channels?
So we're on all social media at 2U4U Music. So 2U4U Music. Mostly Instagram's our main one.
And streaming, where if they want to
Streaming,
listen
we're
to you?
on all major digital
So
platforms.
Spotify,
So,
Tidal.
Yeah,
Apple
Spotify,
Music.
Tidal, Apple Music, iTunes,
Google Play.
Google Play, Amazon, Tidal.
Does Tidal actually pay you more?
They do pay you
They
more.
do.
It's
They do
really
pay
good.
more. I
Yeah.
think slightly more. Yeah.
Damn, we heard from the artist straight. It's not a lie.
Yeah.
It's not a lie.
They pay you
Always
more.
wanted to know.
Yeah, they pay you more, which is cool. But not many people. Well, compared to Spotify, I don't think many people use it in the UK compared to Spotify. Spotify in the UK is huge.
Yeah, Spotify is huge everywhere.
Even
Yeah.
bigger
But
than
then
Apple
iTunes-
Music.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
But the good thing with
Spotify
Apple,
is massive,
yeah.
dude. Think about it, it's free. Just it's
yeah.
freaking awesome.
Although the
I
good,
thought-
yeah, although the good thing with Apple Music and iTunes is if you get one download, you get like 70% almost, or even 60%.
With Apple.
Yeah.
Like if somebody buys it.
Yeah, so basically, so we had
Yeah,
like, so we've had like people buying the EP,
Yeah.
and out of like £9.99, like £9.99, we make about 7,
Okay,
good.
yeah, that's
which is really good.
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, because out of CDs, normally people used to make like $3-4 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was a good
'Cause
deal.
it cuts,
That was a good
yeah, that
deal.
was a good deal, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it cuts so much out for printing, production, all that kind of
And
crap.
Yeah.
label.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But literally, it all comes down to how good your music is. If you think about like how much people like Michael Jackson used to sell before the internet,
Yeah.
before social media,
Yeah.
right? Before, when it was only CDs, tapes, and vinyl. It's incredible, right?
That's wild.
Yeah.
So other than the legends that you guys spoke of in the rap game, what are like some new artists that you guys like?
But what in rap?
Or anything.
Anything.
I'm more interested in the rap.
Anything too. I'll leave it to him.
I'm more interested in the
shit.
rap too.
Well, new guys I don't really listen to that
Yeah,
much.
me either.
It's the main guys like Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick and J Cole. These are the
J. Cole's
guys
one of
we
my
look up
top
to a
So
lot.
the guys that are more social conscious.
Yeah, like
social
Joey
rap.
Badass, pretty cool. People like that.
So no trap music at all.
But no,
Kendrick for me, man. Kendrick's like number one.
Yeah.
because you always see like if you're that much of a good MC, could you last in the '90s? Could you last when Biggie Smalls was around?
That's the benchmark, right?
That's the benchmark. Or when Nas was around.
Because a lot of rappers wouldn't be around, would not be rapping if
Yeah.
Biggie was alive.
Even Jay-Z wouldn't
Tupac.
been as big.
Yeah, even
That's
Jay-Z
how good
wouldn't have
Biggie
been
Smalls
Tupac
was.
if he wasn't Biggie, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Because he created
How
like
you
a
guys
lane
number
for him.
one between Tupac and Biggie?
Sorry?
Between Tupac and Biggie.
No, Nas for me.
No, between Biggie and Tupac.
Oh, Biggie and
Or
Tupac.
just all three.
The-
You're number one.
My personally number
Yeah,
one.
all time.
it's enough.
Well, it used to be actually, he's gonna laugh, but my number one used to be this MC called Jerry the Damager.
Jerry the
Jerry.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's too preachy though, far too preachy.
He's from New York.
You know what I mean?
Amazing.
Sounds like a wrestler.
Jerry Lawler.
Fucking powerbomb you.
But the thing is, all the if you look into it, all the New York MCs like idolized him.
Like Biggie Smalls loved him.
Biggie Smalls used to wear T-shirts
Yeah.
with him on it.
Oh,
And if
okay.
someone like that is repping that MC
Yeah.
like that so hard, you know he's good, right?
Yeah.
So he was my favorite MC. So you check his stuff out.
Yeah.
But then since then I was like, well, nah, it's probably Nas.
Yeah.
Nas.
Or no, or like mine used to be like that, but I always think, who do I know the most like raps off? And it's probably a guy called Common.
Oh yeah.
I know
Common?
literally all his shit.
Common's
he's
good,
brilliant.
man.
You know what I mean?
Brilliant.
That's
Yeah.
how I kind of judge. Oh, Fife Dog as well. I know all his raps.
raps.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it used to be Nas, but probably not
So
anymore.
Tupac and Biggie aren't in your top.
So
Wow.
they're like
You guys are very conscious.
We're trying to like party.
Yeah.
You're the listening.
Top, yeah, my top three. Or should we do top five?
Yeah, it's
top
the top
five.
five.
Top
Top
five.
five.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Common.
Oof.
Sortala. Shit. Nas second probably. Mos Def third.
Oh.
Fife Dog fourth, and probably Kanye West fifth.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
Kanye West?
You don't understand how good he was.
Dude, he was amazing.
Oh, the way he came out and everything, like how he changed it was awesome.
You
But I
can't
didn't-
touch a shadow,
for some-
man.
Yeah, for some reason I didn't think he would.
But
be
then
like,
you-
Now he's
but
all effed up.
Then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
Now he's effed up.
I don't know. I
I
don't know
I
how.
don't want to believe it that he fucking all fucked up. But fuck, he is.
Yeah, I'm exactly like you.
Fell off.
But it makes his old shit better then. When you go listen, you're like, holy shit.
Trust me, I don't know why. It's like somebody else is doing his shit.
Kim.
I don't know how much I want to,
Marta, no.
hype. I don't know how much I want to hype that.
Sucked him dry, man.
Sucked him
Fucking
dry.
dry, straight up. That's why he's all effed up.
Literally and
Brain's mush.
She
metaphorically.
literally
Takes the
takes
soul.
your talent out of you, and she
Puts it in her
becomes
ass.
bigger. Exactly.
She did to Ray J as well. Look up to him.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah, let's not go into that.
Reggie Bush, all-time great. Fucking even got his Heisman taken away.
Yeah.
What's that?
That was so in college football, like when
Yeah.
you're like the best MVP in college,
Yeah.
you're gonna get this Heisman trophy.
Like, it
right?
means a lot.
It means a lot. It means like
Best out of that year.
you're the
For a
king
whole
for that
universe.
year.
And Kim shagged him as well.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It took us all.
Took his soul, man.
Go look at the list. Every single guy that you got with, they're
Fucked,
fucked.
ruined their careers.
Ruined every single career.
Yeah.
It wasn't just rap. It was basketball. Everything.
Anything they touch, anything they suck,
R.I.P. dogs. But
Done.
you're
Bro,
fucked.
you know it's a mad thing. You know, Chumkila did a song like in '70s about women who do that shit,
oh, really?
and he also commented in there what should happen to them. Check it out, it's fucking mad.
But he didn't end up pretty well, did he?
He died as well. Bichara.
Well, it's not Minnu Chatala.
sounds about right.
There probably is a song somewhere where he says that, right? Yeah, literally, right? Yeah, I don't know. My top 5 would be, I don't know, Nas probably number 1, number 2, Biggie, number 3, Common as well, number 4, Mos Def, number 5, Eminem.
The thing with Biggie, no.
But with one thing that I noticed, it's all East Coast for them.
No, Common's Chicago.
What?
Kanye West is
that's
Chicago.
basically East Coast. Come on, right.
Midwest.
You know, we call it the East
It's
Coast.
closer to them, that's why.
Close to the UK.
But Biggie Smalls, no, I still don't see why people say he's the best. He only had 2 albums.
Those are fighting words for a lot of people.
I know, man.
I don't get it. Tupac, at least he was around from the late 80s to
I
around
think just how
96,
basically
97.
legendary those two were.
I think it was anybody who spent any time with him, and again,
Well, lyrically, he was amazing.
I didn't spend any
He was
time with him, but when they talk about the fact that he wouldn't write any of his lyrics down, and it was all be off the top of his head.
But a lot of
like-
people
a
like
lot of
that. A
rappers
lot
do
of Common's
like that, too. Common did a
Wayne
few.
most of it, and the new guy, Juice WRLD. Everyone that goes in the studio with him was like, dude, this guy just goes.
just spits it right
Just
from
goes.
there. But they did. What was it? It wasn't Hypnotize. It was
Juicy.
Juicy. He did it all one take.
Oh, shut up. That's one take.
One take.
Oh,
Shit.
that's
Because it was a story, something like the label was in the lobby. They were about to come out, and they he had to show them something. Like he had to have something done by then, and he's like, "Yo, fucking hit record," and he did it all on one take or something. It was like something like that, like a legendary story like that.
But they're shit because Puffy, P. Diddy, he stole beats. So the guys who produced Juicy was a guy called Pete Rock. He's a producer in New York.
Yeah.
And he went down his house, saw him make the beat, and then he went back and did it himself.
Recreate it.
That happened a lot, man.
Well, I
Wow,
think P.
you
Diddy
know,
did that.
you know P. Diddy's like
P.
that.
Diddy,
You know he's like that.
He sampled a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Dude. He did a lot of that
He
stuff
probably
for
fucks
sure.
every artist
fucked
over.
everybody.
He doesn't give a fuck, dude.
He doesn't give a shit.
Look at
Making the band.
That's hilarious.
He keeps trying to make one.
That guy's hilarious. Did he likes to take men shopping too, have you heard?
He's weird, man.
Where's my invite? Sando the potato. Shopping?
Yeah. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go shopping.
How do I get it on
What
the
do you mean,
shopping
like
app?
artists? He just takes them.
He has
No, he
to-
said to 50 Cent at somebody's wedding, "Yo, I want to take you shopping." At 50 Cent, I was like, "Get this nigga away from me." Right? Yeah, it was so weird.
Yo, bro.
bro. I want to take you shopping.
50's the last guy you want to say any of that
Exactly.
kind of stuff.
Dude,
to, man.
if I
Or
was in
owe
the
any money
industry-
too.
Trust me.
If I was in the industry, I would stay away from it. I'd be like, hey, Paji. That guy's ruining
I would just
careers.
pay him $100 a month every month, just in case. Like, just in case. I'm like,
You puffy.
no, 50
No, no,
cents.
50 Cent.
Yeah.
You don't owe that guy money. Have you
Yeah.
seen that guy's social media?
Yeah.
He calls it out, man.
Get the strap, right?
Right,
that
right
stuff.
now, he's on Jules Santana's teeth.
yeah.
There's a picture of him with missing his teeth. He's like, where's your teeth? And then one of his memes is, I could go to sleep at 3 a.m., but I'm Googling what happened to Jules Santana's teeth. Dude, he's ruthless.
And
He's so
fucking
ruthless.
He's been fucking on Wendy for like
Him and Wendy's got. He hates Wendy. Wendy Williams is like
talk show host.
Talk show host. He hates her. I don't know. I don't know what their beef
I think
is.
she fucking talk shit about
I think she did talk shit about
Wait, you
him.
guys don't hate her?
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
She talked shit
You
about
guys
him
like
when
her
he
or
went under. Oh, I hate her too.
And I don't even know why. I hate her.
I hate her because of 50 Cent. 50 Cent made me hate her.
Yeah.
50. Anything 50 says, we'll do it. But it was hilarious because 50 Cent was talking about, and these are characters on his show, Power. Power is like a hugely successful show a year. And so one of his actors on Power, the guy needed money, and he's like, yo, I'm going to straighten you out or whatever. And even him, he's calling him out. He's like, yo, man, it's time to pay up. And he's like, yo, man, me and 50 straight, I paid him the 20,000. I'm going to pay him another 5 next week. Or whatever, right? But like, he doesn't care.
I don't know. Loki meant that. Yo, please, just don't
Yeah,
talk to me.
Yo, man, I'll pay you. Just don't put me on your social, right? I'll get you your check. His new thing is pay me Monday. Monday's coming, pay me Monday. Right?
He made shirts, dude. They're selling like crazy.
Yeah. And he's a marketing genius.
Oh, genius.
Marketing genius.
Isn't he
that
broke
guy.
though?
No,
Like,
so,
No, man.
he's not broke.
So it's all the fake
That
shit,
was
right?
strategic.
So yeah, yeah, there you go.
That's strategy.
He did lose a lot of money. Though.
Bankruptcy.
He did lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of money, but that was strategy. No, not losing the money.
No, yeah.
No.
Lose 50 million.
Not losing the
That could be
money,
300.
but his whole thing of claiming bankruptcy was strategy. Because,
Obviously, yeah.
again, forgive me if I'm telling this story wrong. He leaked Rick Ross's ex-wife's sex tape,
Yeah.
right? And
But it was It wasn't even
Baby
that.
Mama.
It was a porno.
was a-
So it was supposed to be out there. What he did was dub it. He went outside, put a wig on. He's like, okay, Rick Ross, we wife, and shit like that. You didn't see it? It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, that's what he did.
That's what he did. He put a wig on. He fucking was the host and shit, and then he fucking put it on, and then he sold it or something. He like put it out there.
He did something. He basically put this thing out there.
Yeah.
Rick Ross's baby mama. She sued him. She won.
Yeah.
And he's like, I ain't paying this bitch a dime. Right? So he basically took all his assets, put them into all these different kind of corporations and shell companies and stuff. Because she
Yeah.
personally sued him, right? And personally, he had no assets.
He no money.
Yeah.
So he claimed personal bankruptcy, but he had money,
Shit.
right?
So how'd she
He
get?
did lose millions.
He didn't get anything.
She didn't get anything.
No.
No. He did lose millions. She got a little bit.
Wow.
little bit.
Not. I
No,
think she was.
no, I think she
she was awarded 10 million or something.
Maybe even 17 or
something like
stupid.
that, and she never got
Yeah,
like,
she
even
got
close to
a
that.
couple $100,000.
Yeah.
Something like that.
How did he get the porn in there? That's weird.
Huh?
How did he get the tape?
Rick
Bro,
Ross.
I
Rick Ross probably owed him money and said, "Yo, hold on to the porn until I pay you." And this guy's like, "Yo, Monday's here. The payment didn't arrive."
You don't owe him money, man.
And he published it. Don't owe Fiddy money. So you guys are in the rap game. Whatever you guys do,
Don't
don't owe Fiddy money.
Let's stay away from Kim.
And don't do porno. No. And stay away from Kim.
Yeah, she will suck you dry. She's like
I don't
the
care what
forbidden
she
fruit.
says, guys.
Huh?
I said I don't care what she says, guys. I'm about to get it.
Exactly. She's a forbidden fruit, man. Yeah, forbidden fruit right there.
Okay, we did top 5 rap. Want to hear you guys top 5 Punjabis?
Singers or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Of all time.
Top 5 Punjabi music industry.
It better be Sidhu Moosewala.
What current or
All time,
It's on
anything
fire.
to do with the Punjabi music industry,
singers
whether
or
it's singer,
producers?
producer, whatever. Top 5,
Singers.
anything.
Singers are Shinda.
No, I mean, you can mix it
Anything. Number one, Shinda.
up. Okay, Shinda.
He used to, for me, he used to be called Iman.
What, Shinda?
Srinda.
Good man. Right answer.
Yeah.
For a long time, he used to be called Manik, but I heard a few months ago, I heard one of these tapes that he did for, I think it was Udham Singh,
Yeah.
and there's a song in there. I was like, this fucking propaganda is brilliant.
Dude, Shinda back in the day,
Yeah,
fuck me. That is too good.
incredible.
Or did you want him to fuck you back in the day?
He was my bro.
He's a bro, right? Yeah, he does. Yeah, probably number one, Shinda.
He was our friends with our Baba though,
Yeah, Baba's friend.
back in the day.
Yeah, mad, right?
That's sick.
Yeah, Surinder Shinda number one. Number two, Punjabi MC.
Yeah.
Because he revolutionized Punjabi music.
Yeah.
The whole Punjabi rap stuff started with him.
Just to cut you off there, a few years ago,
Oh, there we go.
these guys came down. They flew down, and Punjabi MC was at a party we were at, and they never danced for a second. They literally sat there analyzing Punjabi MC and the way he was mixing the whole night.
We stood next to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Arjun,
Shabdani.
and Arjun, I remember Arjun just sitting there looking at him and being like, "Damn, that's mad. Look at that. Look how he just did that. Look how he just did that." And he's just analyzing the fuck out of him. They were fanboying or fangirling so hard that night.
Yeah.
He was high as shit though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was high as
fucking
shit.
Drugged the fuck up, man. I don't know what he was
And
on.
he was just playing a mix on his
Yeah, he didn't
thing,
do
and he
anything,
wasn't really doing
He
anything.
pre-mixed and pressed play.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
She wasn't even plugged
And he
in.
kept on playing. What was his top song back then? He just Balle Balle.
Yeah, he was on his own songs, kept playing it. Yeah.
And then it
That's
just
what he always does. Though.
just
I've been to a couple of
kept
his
playing
things.
it, man.
That's what he does.
It's
Same,
like,
same song.
fuck. I'm like, nobody wants to
Sick
hear this
song.
for this. Yeah, but just, how many times can you hear it? Anyways, number 2.
You know, he's number
Three.
two.
Number 3.
Number 3, Gully Manik.
Yeah.
Number 4, Labjanjua.
Nice.
Oh,
Undercover, unappreciated. He's
Yeah.
passed away. But
Heard of him.
never heard of him, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love
you
Jadua?
have
You'll have heard his
You know,
songs, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, the voice. You don't hear voices like that anymore, man.
Love Janjua.
Do not hear
very
voice like that
unique,
anymore,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
But his other songs, that was like,
Yeah.
yeah. But his other songs, like that guy's super underrated, man.
Yeah.
Like powerful vocal.
Yeah.
And number 5, Safri.
Oh, Balwinder. Good
Yeah.
man. Also,
Jazzy B, you haven't-
No, Jazzy Bill, but that list is hardcore though, man.
Yeah.
Five would either be either Safri or Jazzy B, but Safri edges it for me because Safri could sing in a way that Jazzy couldn't.
yes.
Very melodic.
Very melodic.
Very melodic.
Yeah.
Like
Still to this day.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna choose like powerhouse, it'd either be Monica or Jazzy B, and then be Monica every day, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But Safri's mad. Yeah.
Arjun, what about you?
He didn't really
I
care.
don't really.
This
Well, I
guy,
always
you're
remember
so disconnected from the Punjabi music.
No. Muhammad Sadiq.
Okay.
Always
Yeah,
said since I was a
Muhammad.
kid, his voice. There's
Yeah.
nobody's voice is like that.
Yeah, Sadiq was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Punjabi MC because I kind of get into rap because of him as well.
Yeah, Muhammad Sadiq bad.
Yeah.
Such a soul, man.
So that's
eight
two.
minute song, right? Number 3.
Probably Jazzy B.
Jazzy. All right.
Number 4.
I ain't got 4 or 5.
Top 3.
Top 3. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. We really appreciate it. Every episode, we like to wrap it up with a thought of the day.
Yeah.
Kind of just to give the listeners, a little bit of a tidbit of, how they can improve in their lives. What would, we're going to throw it to you guys. What would you say is the thought of the day?
Bros before hoes.
With that, thank you, everybody, for joining us. Hit us up at ltbcast@gmail.com, ltbcast on Instagram. Thank you for all the support. And for these guys, hit them up at 2U4U Music on all their socials. They're on everything. Check them out on Spotify, all the major platforms.
Buy our
iTunes.
t-shirts as well.
Buy the t-shirts. Buy it on iTunes as well. We get more money.
The merch store. Check it out and support these guys. They're doing big things. Coming out with coming out with some new music very soon. So definitely follow them to check that out.
We got a duet with Kim Kardashian.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a real suck fest. But we'll definitely we'll throw it out on their throw it out on our social once these guys drop something, just so you guys all know as well.
Yep.
And much appreciated. Thank you guys for coming and sitting and doing this
Thanks.
interview.
Thanks.
And until the next time, peace.
I bet.
Boy.